Hello friends, this is Aditya and welcome to Electric Vehicles. So if you observe these days, as the petrol prices are increasing, parallel to that, electric charges are also increasing. So if we think the alternative to the electricity, the first thing which comes to in our mind is solar power. So in this video, we are going to learn all about the solar and how to install it. So to explain all these things, we have the Managing Director of SUNTEK Energy Systems Pvt.Ltd, Mr. Suresh with us. Hello sir, how are you?
Hi, good morning, I'm good, thank you.
So sir, please explain all the things related to solar, like how it works, what is the process to install it, and what is the cost which you have to incur to set up a solar setup.
Yeah, good morning all. My name is Bhavani Suresh. I'm the Managing Director for SUNTEK Energy Systems Pvt.Ltd. So we are into manufacturing of solar products since 2008. So the solar recent days, actually there is huge demand for solar power.
Yeah.
The main reason is increase of electricity bills,
yeah,
and also usage of electric vehicles.
Yeah.
Because the solar energy, it is 100% replacement for your regular electricity, whatever you are using.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever electricity bills you are paying, irrespective of the whatever maybe the bill you are paying, like it may be 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000, even a lakh or 10 lakhs also,
okay,
we can bring it to minimum.
Okay.
So a minimum means whatever minimum electricity bill you pay,
okay,
to the department, 100 rupees for residents, 100, 150, whatever depends on the capacity, right? So these days government is also promoting residential segment with lot of subsidies.
Yeah.
Central government is giving 40% subsidy,
okay,
to residential users. So a lot of demand has gone for solar now.
Okay.
So how it works, what is solar? Solar panels are used in generating this solar power. So there are 2-3 types of solar products, like especially there are 3 types in solar power. One is off-grid.
Okay.
Off-grid means like generating electricity, storing them in batteries and using them when there is no power cut.
Okay.
So full day they are used through solar actually. Whatever load is connected to that inverter,
okay,
they are used through solar energy.
Okay.
So second option is the battery. Third is the mains.
Okay.
So that is off-grid.
Okay.
The second one is hybrid.
Okay.
Hybrid means that inverter, whatever we are using here,
yeah,
that is a bidirectional, that comes with a bidirectional this thing, like it's like an on-grid as well as off-grid.
Off-grid,
Both
okay,
are, both together are there in that particular thing.
Hybrid.
That is called hybrid actually.
Okay.
So but most popular is on-grid actually.
Okay.
Hybrid and off-grid are used when there are power cuts.
Okay.
Hybrid is very expensive and we are generally facing some technical issues in hybrid.
Okay.
But on-grid it is maintenance free,
okay,
and there will be no technical issues at all.
Okay.
And the life of the system is 25 plus years.
Okay. So basically in the current situation, so for what system is people adopting, on-grid, off-grid or hybrid?
See, recent days we see there are no much power cuts actually. So
yeah,
last 6 years like power cuts have come down a lot.
Yeah.
So most of the people are preferring to save money.
Okay.
So they are opting for on-grid system.
Okay.
So in on-grid, how it works means like discoms are there in each and every state.
Okay.
So in our electricity bill we can see contracted load.
Okay.
So it may be 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt, 5 kilowatt, depends on the capacity.
Okay.
So for that capacity we can install the system.
Okay.
So for example, if our contracted load is 3 kilowatt,
okay,
so we can install 3 kilowatt system for
okay,
our residents. So we have to apply for a feasibility
okay,
to discoms. Discoms will give us the feasibility, and
okay,
after that we install the system.
Okay.
Once the installation is done, so whatever meters we are using right now at home, they are unidirectional.
Okay.
Only whatever consumption is there, that is getting recorded.
Okay.
So once the installation is done, we inform to the discoms, they come and they replace the meter with
okay,
a bidirectional meter.
Okay, so this discoms is related to current department or?
Power electricity department.
Okay, electricity department.
Electricity department. So
okay,
they come and replace this meter with
okay,
a bidirectional meter,
okay,
called as net meter.
Okay.
So after installing that meter, whatever power is getting generated from solar, whatever power is consumed by us through mains,
okay,
only the difference we are going to pay.
okay,
So by end of the month, when we get a electricity bill, in that we can see total generated units
and
and also
we
consumed units.
Okay.
So difference units only you have to pay.
Okay.
So if your generation is more, and your consumption is less.
Okay.
So no need to pay anything.
Okay.
Only that minimum charges you have to pay.
Okay.
And if your consumption is more
Okay.
and generation is less,
Yeah.
so only for the difference units you have to pay. For
Okay.
example, you are generating 350 units
Okay.
and your consumption is 400 units.
Okay.
You have to pay only for that 50 units
Okay.
and in that slab.
Okay.
Whatever slab you are falling for that 50 units, only you have to pay.
Okay. So,
yeah.
what if we are consuming only 200 units and generating 350 units? Where that 150 units will go?
Yeah, here if your generation is more, whatever units are getting generated will get carry forwarded to the next month.
Okay.
For example, in winter season we don't use ACs,
Yeah.
right? We don't use much of other high power consuming equipments,
Yeah.
right? So in summer generally we get more electricity bill.
Yeah, yeah.
So if your generation is more in winter season, that will get carry forwarded to the summer season.
Okay.
So from January to June, these discounts will calculate. The 6 months average they take.
Okay.
For example, after 6 months, if your generation is more,
Okay.
so what discounts do? They pay you back 3 rupees 60 paisa per unit.
Okay.
That amount will get credited to your electricity account.
Okay.
So after that, no need to pay even that minimum charges also.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we can earn by the process of solar.
Exactly.
Okay. So how many types of solar panels are there, and what is the difference between them?
See, in current market we have polycrystalline and monocrystalline. Two types of panels are there. Monopark is also there.
Okay.
So here polycrystalline means up to 360 to 370 watt panels. Each panel capacity is around 360 to 370 watt. That is the maximum.
Okay.
In monopark we get up to 550 watt. So in the area, specified area, we can install up to 540 in monopark, and in poly up to 365 to 370 maximum.
Okay. So how much units 1 kilowatt solar can generate in one day?
Each kilowatt on an average 365 days if you take, it will generate around 4 units
Okay, per day.
per day.
Okay.
Yes.
So suppose if I am getting 1,000 rupees current bill on an average per month, so how much kilowatt I should install solar on my roof?
See, they said like 1,000 rupees means you may be falling at around 7 to 8 rupees slab
Okay.
per
Per
unit.
unit,
Per
okay.
unit. So you need around 150 to 200 units, tentative units.
Okay.
So as I said, like 120 units each kilowatt will generate
Per month.
per month.
Okay.
So you have to go for at least 2 kilowatt system.
Okay.
Yeah. So which will generate around 240 units in a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the price of 1 kilowatt as of today?
See, today central government is giving subsidy to residential users. After that subsidy, per kilowatt roughly it is around 48 to 50,000 per kilowatt.
Okay.
So for a 3 kilowatt system, that is a general capacity what people are opting. Like
Okay.
in our installations, we find 80 to 90% of installations are 3 kilowatt.
kilowatt, okay.
Because these 2 to 3,000, 3,500 category people are more actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So most of the systems people are opting 3 kilowatt. That is costing around 1,40,000 near to.
Okay.
After the subsidy, central government subsidy.
Okay. So when we come to our topic, electric vehicles, how solars can benefit the electric vehicles?
So most of the systems people are opting 3 kilowatt. That is costing around 1,40,000 near to.
Okay.
After the subsidy, central government subsidy.
Okay. So when we come to our topic, electric vehicles, how solars can benefit the electric vehicles?
See, electric vehicles these days, recent days, we saw, I mean, almost I think around 40% of purchases are happening in electric vehicles now,
Yeah, yeah.
because almost all top brands have come up with electric vehicles.
Yeah, yeah.
So consumption of electricity is increasing day by day.
Yeah.
So people who are opting for solar these days are going for 2 to 3 kilowatt additional capacity.
Yeah.
Because for the future requirements,
Okay.
future demand, because almost everyone is going for electric two-wheelers today,
Yeah.
right? So whatever power is getting consumed to charge the vehicles
Okay.
also is getting generated through solar,
Yeah.
right? So if you add another 2 kilowatt to your regular requirement,
Okay.
you can even charge your electric vehicles through solar,
Okay.
and complete electricity requirements are zero.
Okay. So what is the process of charging our electric vehicle directly with the help of solar?
See, again it is charged through some plug point only,
Okay.
right? So whatever power is getting generated, whatever it is, again mains power what we are going to use,
Yeah.
regular power what we are going to use, and at the end of the day whatever consumed versus whatever generated, difference only you are paying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
here the consumption what is happening for these electric vehicles is also getting adjusted in the solar generated solar units.
Okay. So what if a consumer lives in an apartment, or if he doesn't have a roof or kind of thing, is there any solution for that?
Roof is mandatory because solar is installed on the top. Okay, solar and in generally in apartments, what happens like for common requirements, people allow to install solar panels, but not for their personal individual flat owners requirement. So they have to take an NOC from the association for installing a solar rooftop for their own consumption. So if it is for common amenities like we call like STP, clubhouse, corridor lighting, all that for that we can, because there will be a separate meter for that and separate bill they get. So for on that we can go for solar power, and even what they can do is like to charge these electric vehicles, they can go for one prepaid meter and with a kind of card system that can be connected to their common clubhouse meter. And they can charge per unit some 8 to 10 rupees, whatever is that.
So based on their usage, they can pay.
Yes, they can pay that. So even in your existing apartments also, that provision they can create actually.
So can't we install solar panels in our balcony kind of thing?
See, balcony again, as I said, like the panel should face towards south for more efficiency. Balcony, definitely shadow falls on that panel, so shadow should not fall on even a single panel. So because these panels are connected in string, so even if shadow is falling on one corner of a panel, that complete string will get affected. So if there are 16 panels connected to one string, on one panel in one corner, if there is a shadow, if that panel is generating only 3 units per day, all other panels also will generate the same unit. So whichever panel is generating less, the complete string will generate the same.
So it will affect
the total generation. So we always suggest to install it on the roof. Facing towards south.
So usually in 1 kilowatt, how many solar panels we get?
See, as I said, like 335 is the standard for subsidy, because indigenous cells, Indian made cells are only eligible for getting the subsidy. So most of the residential users, whatever systems we are installing, they come with 335 watt maximum. So 3 panels are used in 1 kilowatt.
So if we take 3 kilowatts, we will get around 9 panels. 9 panels, exactly. So how many years of warranty you are giving on your solar panels?
On complete system comes with 5 years warranty as per the MNRE standards. But we are giving 7 years warranty on solar inverter, and life of the panels is 25 years. Generation warranty if we are giving on 25 years on solar panels. So what is the situation of the consumer after 25 years? So should he replace the solar panels or? Because consumer is getting his money back in 3 years time maximum. 3 to 4 years he is getting his money back, and whatever power it is getting generated is free of cost for next 25 years. So after 25-30 years, technology is getting changed, and lot of new things will come, so people will opt for the new technology, and after that they can replace them with a new panel.
So there will be any maintenance kind of thing for these solar panels, or it's maintenance free?
See, maintenance is there, only maintenance is cleaning the panels. We need to keep them clean, because generation affects if there is dust and dust falls on the panels. So 15 days or 20 days, every 15-20 days, if they clean the panels, they get consistent generation.
So usually in summer seasons we have around 40 to 45 degrees sunlight. So what is the situation in winter and rainy seasons?
Winter there is no problem. You will get good generation because solar don't need 45-50 degrees actually. So even good temperature without clouds and without shadow, that is sufficient. But the issue comes with the rainy season, because in rainy season if there is a full day rain, you will not get any generation. Hardly we get 1 or 2 units maximum. But that is the reason we said like average in a year.
So you will take overall average of 1 year.
1 year. Right.
So what if I want to install a charging station? So for example, I have to charge 10 Tata Nexons on one single day. So each of the Nexon takes around 30 units of power. So how many kilowatts I have to install on my charging station?
As I said, like each kilowatt generates around 4 units. Your requirement, as per your words, it is 300 kilowatt, 300 units per day. So you have to go for at least 80 kilowatt solar power system. So for that you need around 4,000 square feet area.
So how much area does it take for a single kilowatt?
A single kilowatt around 50 to 60 square feet.
50 to 60 square feet for a single kilowatt.
Per kilowatt.
So what is the expenditure I have to incur on 70 kilowatt for my charging station?
For commercial, tentative cost for a rooftop is around 50 to 55,000 per kilowatt. So around 40 lakhs near to is what your investment comes.
So do I get any help from government?
See, you get depreciation benefit from the government. You get around 40% depreciation year on year for solar. Unlike other assets and all, it is 5% per year.
Okay.
So you are through depreciation in 3 to 4 years, you are getting around 20 to 30% of your investment back.
Okay.
Second thing, you can claim the what we call GST input you can take, and also you can take the expenditure also you can book. So all these benefits are there for commercial industrial establishments.
Okay. So suppose 2 years back I have set up a solar setup on my roof. So now I am planning to shift my house, or I am planning to go to abroad. So can I sell my solar panels? Is there any resale value?
See, resale value again depends on the age of the panel. Okay. So generally, anyone is leaving the home, they leave that panels to that owner who is buying that house, or then most of the people don't prefer replacing them. They go some other place, their requirement increases or requirements may change, they go for a new system. So it a lot of process involved again in replacing the system. We can do that, it is not doable, like an undoable thing is not there, but we can do it, but again a lot of work is involved, and almost 30 to 40% of the cost again you have to.
So can we claim warranty if our solar panels get damaged in kind of some natural calamities?
See, natural disasters and physical damages are not covered in warranty. Only any manufacturing defects are there. Generation losses are there. Generation is not happening properly. Only we get the warranty.
So in the span of 7 years, if we get any manufacturing defects, you will
see manufacturing defects. 25 years we are giving the performance guarantee on solar panels. If some issue is there, performance issues are there, companies are replacing the panels for 25 years also. For inverters and all, warranty we are giving 7 years.
So thank you, Mr. Suresh, for clarifying all our doubts patiently.
Thank you so much.
So this is it, friends, all about the solar panels. So I think you got answers for all your questions in this interview. So still, if you have any doubts, please let us know in the comment sections. So that is for today, guys. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comment sections. So we'll meet you in another interesting video. So until then, go green, go electric.